2, so we on, B. All right. No, we on.
I got you.
All right. I didn't know if you understood, what we was talking about.
Yeah, no, I was trying to figure out how I want to intro it.
Nah, but he said, well, wherever you starting now, so they're listening. So thanks for listening Off the Pad. I'll tune it back in. This is Corey Marshall.
Ow! I'm Jaye Tola.
Yo, that was not me that said ow. That was
It's imaginary fans coming to life.
that was Jaye Tola coming to life.
I am Jaye Tola.
Pop that Molly, he's sweating.
Shut up. We got a special guest sitting down with us, man, Sidney Castillo.
What's up, man? How's everybody doing?
Sid?
How are you, brother?
I'm good. I'm tired. I'm very tired, and I don't like the fact that you ever watched in red skirt shirt.
Washington Red, what? I do not have a skirt on, brother. Why are you looking below the waist?
I think he was throwing shade at your team right there.
Actually, I'll be honest with you. Actually, that was still liquor talking from last night. You say red shirt, and I slurred and said red skirt.
That was kind of shade thrown at the Red Skirts. That's actually a good name you just start using.
I'm going to go ahead and brand that, the Washington Redskirts.
Washington Redskirts.
Y'all better stop tripping. Washington Redskins.
Cowboys all day.
The best
Let's go.
team.
Well, I'm a Giants fan, so we got 3 different teams here.
We should all be dead at the end of this show.
Corey, we talked about your sports on the previous podcast. You shut up.
And
You are
about
not a
the
fan.
most I know about my team is that we play in New York. That's about it. I don't know any stats for any of the players.
He couldn't name the quarterback last week.
Well, no. That's a trick. Well, yeah, that's true.
How you got a team and you don't know the players, Corey?
Well, it's not my team. It's, I like the team. It's kind of like a hometown team. You know what I'm saying?
Corey.
Nah. Well, hold up. But let's do this. Before we get in the joint, you got any dates coming up you want to share with everybody, man?
October 2nd through the 5th, I'll be at the Schaumburg Improv with Tony Rock. And this Tuesday, I'll be at the Hollywood Improv 8 o'clock in Hollywood.
I think this podcast is going to come out after Tuesday.
Okay, boom. Then there it is.
But
October 2nd through the 5th, I'm in Schaumburg, Illinois, outside Chicago with Tony Rock at the Improv.
But just in case you get the bootleg version of the podcast, check that show out on Tuesday.
And also, just to let y'all know, it's comedian Sidney Castillo. We didn't introduce him as a comedian, so that's what his show's about.
If you don't know Sidney Castillo as anything else but a comedian, then I don't know.
Well, guys, I hate to brag, but I produced on some shows.
So we're sitting here with comedian / producer / model.
I mean, model, acting. I mean, guys, let's go. Let's really
/ Dallas Cowgirls fan.
Dallas Cowboy all day, man.
All right, hold on. I got a date. September 19th, I'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Comedy Zone. So come check that show out. It's going to be a dope.
That's a dope club.
And wait, what's today's date?
Today is
the 14th. It's a day after your birthday, Corey.
And you know what?
Your birthday was yesterday?
Yeah, my birthday was yesterday, baby.
Where were you last night?
I was in Arlington, Virginia. I had a show out there.
I forgot.
Yeah, wow.
Well,
What's
happy
up?
birthday.
Yeah. And you know what? Hold on. I got to correct something. I'm not going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina.
You got bumped already?
They listen to the podcast. It's like, you know what? Just send me a text message. But no,
I will be in Charlotte, North Carolina on September 19th.
I'm going to be somewhere, I think it's Leesburg, Virginia on the 19th. Leesburg, Virginia on the 19th. The Popular Outcast Comedy Show. I'll be closing that out. And on Tuesday, the 23rd, I'm being in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Comedy Zone. The 23rd, I'll be in North Carolina Comedy Zone.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
My ex is from North Carolina.
Oh, man.
Every time somebody think of North Carolina, I think of
right.
Past relationships.
Well, that's what's up. Let's do this, man. Let's just go ahead and start this podcast right quick, man. It's enough for introductions. It's Off the Pad.
Off the pad.
Yo, this Chameleon Rod, man, and you rolling, you listening, you in the zone with my man, Jaye Tola and Corey Marshall. Off the Pad, baddest podcast on this side of the universe. You heard it from me, right, man? I'm out. Y'all paying me for this.
This podcast is sponsored by no one. This show is not yet rated. This is one recording. No do-overs. No take-backs. No write-ups. No scripts. This is Off the Pad. And now your host, Jaye Tola and Corey Marshall.
We back.
We gonna start that didn't work.
Y'all got the energy of two fathers, and like y'all gotta wait from y'all kids, and y'all got a podcast. Like, man, I got like an hour before I gotta go pick them up from school. So what y'all want to talk about?
Well, I'm here.
We are back with Jaye Tola,
Corey Marshall.
And we're sitting here with comedian Sidney Castillo. In case y'all didn't hear it,
Ex-model, look it up.
Ex-model.
We need to say congratulations, brother, on your recent win on TBS's Funniest Wins.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
And anybody see that? Did you see it, Corey?
Did I see? I watched it from episode 1.
Right.
I was like, that's my boy.
That was entertaining.
I gotta watch it, man. Are you serious?
Corey's lying.
No, I'm messing. I follow that like I follow my sports.
Man, you got me.
No. I really did check it out. I really did check it out, man. From the episode 1, I checked it out all the way to the end, man. I text you when it was going on. I said, yo,
I appreciate
much success to you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I was rooting for City. And, of course, Christina Pachitsky, you know.
Yes, listen.
Yeah.
I love Christina.
I love Christina, man. I love that girl, man. I did her podcast, like, maybe a few months ago.
Okay,
I still get recognized from her podcast.
That's what's up.
I was like, I think it's something from TV. Like, yo, I know you from your mom's house. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, man, I love Christina, man. But yo, you did excellent on the show, man. I was like rooting for you the whole way, and it's something this seeing you grow. Well, not as a comedian, but on the show, just the levels that they challenge you, and you was always excelling, man. So that was just amazing to watch.
Now, Corey really sounds like somebody's father. He said, seeing you grow from when you were 6. Remember when you thought you were going to be a comedian on your bike? Like,
the funny thing about that show, I tell people, like, what you only see is, like, the finished product, but, like, you really don't have a lot of time. So you have to, like, prioritize your time. You know what I mean? You get 3 hours or something, normally you get 8 hours for. You know what I mean? A lot of things you get a lot of time for. So it's like, that was the hardest part.
All right, so honestly, I know you were stand-up comedian, but like any of the challenges, was they like absolutely new to you? It's like, yo, I have never done this before.
Well, it's not so much like
the Vine videos.
Vine, I don't really mess with Vine, but it'd be like the behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So it's like once you anybody can write a concept up, then you got to shoot it. So now it's like, okay, I've done that before. And you got to go into editing. And so it's like, my editing game is cool, but it's not like Jenny, she went to school for editing.
Okay.
So you going against her in the editing room, that's where your comedy is made. You know what I mean? So some of the challenges is like animation. I'm like, man, I don't know nothing about no animation.
Yeah.
But anything that has to do with comedy and just improvising, I'm like, with the hidden camera challenge, I'm like, I should win this. You know what I mean? The Vine challenge, like, I'm probably going to lose it.
There's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on. For the people, were you friends with everybody on it before?
I was familiar with some of them, but, like, I'm cool with Tiffany. You know what I mean?
Tiffany Haddish. That's
Tiffany
right.
Haddish. Hey, Tiffany. I met Christine on the show. I met Jenny on the show. I was familiar with Key. We had met, like, once. I've known Billy for years. I've known Billy before he moved to L.A. But everybody else, I met him.
Y'all should see his face.
No, you should. He's not breaking any phrases, that Billy.
Every time somebody see me, they be like, hey, man, is Billy really a jerk? And I'm like, hey, what are you talking about? Billy's Billy. Billy funny, though.
So you say you're good at improv, you like pie stoned in your face?
Not
while you're on stage?
Not at all, man. I still don't watch that to this day. Every time I see the producer from that show, I look at him and be like, he know what it is. He like, hey, Sid.
What was it?
I did a show called Who's Got Jokes years ago.
Okay. I remember. You was on the joint with Tyree, the pie in the face. They put the pie in the face.
Yes.
I was telling him, I tell you, when they threw the pie, I just bought that outfit, so I was pissed. But when they threw the pie in my face, you go backstage, and then the next person goes on. It was Tyree.
Oh, man.
They threw a pie in her face, and she came back. And she was pissed. She was pissed. She's like, did you know this? I'm wiping pie off my face. The producer comes up and it's like, hey, Tyree, you were great, right? Tyree was like, you threw pie in my hair. I just got my hair done. They were like, just give us the receipt and we'll pay for your hair. She was like, receipt? She goes, I get my hair done in the hood. She said, my beautician is a blood. I get my hair done in my sink. You think we got receipts? And I was laughing so hard. She was pissed.
Tyree is crazy about her hair. That's my god sister, by the way, man.
Tyree's your god sister?
Tyree Lane is my god sister.
God, that's crazy. Tyree is
That's my
crazy
girl.
funny.
Yeah, we talk to her all the time, so I love it.
Tyree is like, when she first started doing comedy, Tyree is like one of them girls where she knows she's talented. You know what I mean? But she was like, I got to go to school. Like, she was like, I can't miss this set. I got to miss this set. I got to go to school.
She's still the same way. You know
Yeah,
she's
she's
just
smart.
like so much other stuff, man. Just
She had
like,
one of my favorite jokes about good times.
Okay, ain't we lucky we got her?
Y'all tripping. Reminiscing. Y'all, you ready to answer just a couple interview questions?
Yeah.
I don't know if we can go in order or not, but just thank you for being here again. We'll start off with some a little deep. What would you say has been the most important moment or like opportunity in your career as a comedian?
As a comedian?
Yeah.
I would say going on the road. I would say I asked Tony like maybe 4 years ago. I walked up to him and was like, yo, I ain't know him. I mean, I knew of him, but I just walked up to him and was like, hey, man, I'm funny. Can I open for you? And he was like,
That works?
That's all I said. Listen, yes. He said, he looked at me, he's like, all right, yo, I got you. And he walked off. And the dude I was in the barbershop talking to Garrick, who features for him too. I was like, yo, Tony said he going to put me on the road.
Garrick
Like,
Dixon?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then he was like, well, if he say he got you, he got you. Tony hit me like maybe 2 weeks later with a text message like, Schomburg Improv, you in or out? And I was like, in. Didn't know I was going to get there. But just learning on the road for like over the years, like you become a better comedian versus, you stay in LA or whatever. But when you go on the road, you can learn from like Tony. You learn like a lot of his, like tricks and how he writes jokes. So that would be the biggest, like as a comedian. And working with Ian Edwards when I first started. He's a writer now on Blackish.
Okay.
But like he helped me learn like comedy.
All right, so question. You said you went to 20 Rock and said, yo, I'm funny, can I open for you. Were you really funny then?
Yeah, but not as funny as like I just wanted to get on the road.
It's 4 years ago. You're funny now.
Let me see. Was it 4? It's like maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay,
And I felt like I was funny. I've definitely grown.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Now I don't look for the light.
All right.
You know what I mean? But when I first started, it was Schomburg. I had never been in front of that many people, except for like one TV taping. But it was Schomburg Improv. It was like 400-500 people. And then like he said, all right, go, yo, you got 25 minutes, go. And I was like,
25.
Like 18 minutes. I was like, where's that light?
Whew, it's crazy out
Yeah,
here.
right. I'm a Bears fan. You know what I mean? But learning, and that was the first time I went out, experienced like going out after the club. Like now it's like, oh, cool. But that was the first time we went to a club and people was like, hey, Tony. I was like, yo, why is everybody coming up to you?
Yeah.
Sydney, I'm famous. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like if you go out after, hang out after the show with Tony, it's just like you going to a party.
Listen, and that was the first time I had no idea. We went. He'll tell you we went to the club and we got in. I was like, "Where are we going?" He's like, "We're going to the booth." I was like, "Okay, cool." And then like they start bringing bottles. I said, "What's going on?" He's like, "Sydney, we're finna kick it." I was like, "But why are they bringing bottles of liquor? Why would you go to the bar?" And he was like, "Sydney, sit down." And then the manager like brought us 10 shots, and then girls started coming. I was like, "Oh, this is like the movies."
It is like the movie.
Dude, I almost got in trouble. We hung out last night and Friday night after a couple shows. By the way, Tony Rock is in town, so it's me, Sydney, Tony Rock. We go to the clubs and I ain't
One more show left,
I ain't
right?
used to all this kind of stuff. Yeah, one more show, right? And then I got a girl. Right, so we're in the joint. They're bringing bottles. She's telling me to do shots. I'm like, I'll drink liquor. All I drink is beer. Tony's like, dude, you can be drinking some liquor tonight. I was like, Tony, stop. No. I'm good with just the beer. Then girls just twerking and dancing. I was like, oh my god, where's my girlfriend?
Was she there?
No.
Oh, okay,
No.
okay.
That's all this opportunity. There's just, hey, how you doing? You with Tony? Sort of.
Maybe.
right.
I'm with Michelle.
right.
My best friend back home, right? We we never really just kicked it as adults because I moved to California at 21. We went back home with Tony, took him out like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. He'd answer his phone Sunday. Say, we going out again. He goes, hey man, I got a kid, I got a family, I can't kick it with y'all. Okay, this ain't what I do, Sydney. You about to ruin my relationship. My son said, where's dad?
Yeah, man. Good times. That's beautiful. Next question. We go right to the next
That's
question.
beautiful.
Yeah,
We go edit that out.
No, you got to keep that. Yeah, good times. That's beautiful.
Back to you, Chris.
Back to you, Chris.
That's what happens when you laugh. I don't do improv. Like that ain't my strength. When did you realize comedy is what you wanted to do?
Man, it's gonna be cliche, but whatever. Watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh Prince?
I don't
Yeah.
think that's cliche.
No, I haven't got that answer
Right.
before.
Cliche is because that was always funny in school.
Well, was it because he wanted to do acting or was it stand-up?
It was acting at first. I just wanted to be funny.
Okay.
So I felt like acting was the only thing I should do to be funny. I never thought about stand-up. You know what I mean? And then I started watching stand-up. And I was like, okay, Eddie Murphy, I was like, I could never do that. And then, you know what I mean? And then I tried it one time in a bar, like 1920. I was like,
What you supposed to do? You just went to a bar, but
my people I was working with, they was like,
Okay.
yo, you should try to do stand-up comedy. I was, I was like, And then I wrote down some jokes. Literally, the spot was at like 7:30. I wrote down jokes at like 6:45. Like, I'm going to talk about this. My first joke was about women on their period, dumb stuff.
Yeah,
I was like, that's going to kill them.
the cookie cutter stuff, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I got heavily involved like when I was like 4 years later.
But no offense if you used to like been in for 15 years and you still doing women on
Offense,
their
yes,
period
take
jokes.
offense. You still write period jokes. Get
Yeah,
stopped.
gas is high as I don't know what.
Black people, right? All right. Can you tell us something about you, if you're able to say that we couldn't find on Google?
feel like I'm getting interrogated by the cops. Like, now, what is the question? Can I tell you something that you can't find on Google?
Yeah, something we can't do a search for, but you don't mind sharing. There's something people don't know about you, but you don't mind people knowing.
It's something we don't have to edit.
Yeah, nothing like that.
No, I'm just joking.
I was like, what am I telling him? I'm a big R&B fan. I don't know. Something that you can't find. That's a good question. Yeah. Something that you can't find on Google.
Is there anything about you off of Google? Being that you at this plateau now, you were just
no, I'm just trying to think like what's I don't know anything deep.
Well, you say you're a big R&B fan. Who's your R&B crush?
R&B crush, man. Beyonce. Man, I don't know. Shoot, I don't know. Hey, listen, this is what I want. I want an R&B concert. I want to see Jagged Edge. I want to see everybody that was hot in 99.
In 99?
I want to see Drew Hill, Jagged Edge. I need them to get along. And then Boyz II Men tour. Boom.
Okay, word up.
I'm down with Drew Hill. I'm such a Drew Hill fan, yo. Like, those 2 albums that they did was so underrated, man.
Yeah.
Those are so
the Intro to Drew?
Yeah.
Was a classic.
I wasn't a fan of Cisco's single album, though.
Oh, absolutely not.
That's like the only song I remember that was on the album. But the Drew Hill
It was a dope song, though. Like, that joint.
That song was good.
Get club hype. Yeah.
I was a big Drew Hill fan.
You look like you was a big Drew Hill fan.
I was a big Drew Hill. Any R&B, I was a big R&B. I didn't get into rap till I was like grown. Mm-hmm. I was like, everybody's not cooking crack. I don't get it. I was one of them dudes. And then finally I was like, okay, I could listen to some of this.
Yeah. No doubt. So nothing, let me see. Well, all right. I don't know if they checked out the friends, but there was a good scene in there. My favorite scene of the whole season was at the end. After you won. And while the credits was going on, there was a dope, intimate moment, man, where you was on the phone with your mother.
That's what everybody wants to talk about. Me crying.
But honestly, I ain't even gonna lie. I was crying right with you, dog.
Yo, listen.
I was crying right with you,
some of my toughest homeboys. Yeah. I brought my homeboy over to the crib. Like, it came on Friday. On Saturday, I DVR'd it. He came over and I was in the kitchen because I'm not going to watch myself cry with you in the room. So I went in the kitchen and I came back out when it was over. He was like, son, you deserve this, yo. Like, you had me crying, yo. And he was crying on the couch. But it's like weird because, like,
I cooked this crack.
Thug tears. He had the teardrop tattoo.
Like, and I forget, you mic'd at all times. Mm-hmm. So when you're doing the show, you're in the 8th episode, you mic is just, But they asked me, it's like, yo, he was like, you're kind of taking this kind of cool. You know what I mean? You're not even emotional. I said, man, I'm emotional, but I'm just excited. And I actually said, give me 1 second. Mm-hmm. And I walked away from the camera. And then I had my moment over there. Right?
Yeah.
And I thought I was by myself. Right? You crying. You're like, man, just want to thank God. I've been through so much. You know all that jazz. Yeah. And I opened my eyes and the boom man was like doing this.
You're on the spot.
We got him. And there's a camera zoomed in like, I got him. I was like, really?
Yeah, but that moment was touching, man, and it kind of hit home with me because my father passed last year.
Word.
Yeah, he passed last year. So, and it kind of.
Sorry to hear that.
So just watching you, talking to your mother.
Man, I just got to chill. That's why let's get real, sorry. That's why all them tears happened. Like the past, here's what you can't find on Google. Boom, let's just talk about this. In 2010, my brother had a stroke. Okay. Right? My big brother, right in front of me, boom. Mm-hmm. A year later, in 2011, I lost my father. Right? Wow. So the past 2012, 2013, comedy's been like and 14 has been like my therapy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you can't just sit there idle, so I just stay on stage. But that moment was like, man, I've been funneling all this emotions through comedy, and finally, like, not finally, but just to have that moment was good for my family.
Yeah.
Instead of like crying and coping, you know what I mean? It was just good to be like, all this hard work is paid off. I know he's smiling down. And man, and just to tell you, like, another guy, lost his father too. Okay. And I told him this because I felt like when I lost my father, he's like, yo, you don't know what to do. And it's the best advice I ever got. Yeah. Comedian Ruben Paul. Yeah. Best advice I ever got. He said, listen, you're never going to get over it. He said, you'll just learn how to deal with it better day by day. Yeah. Because I'm 3 years in now. It's like a jail time. I'm 3 years in now. I still get emotional. You know what I mean? But then you just learn how, you don't get emotional every day. You just learn how to deal with it better. And we're not at the age where I lost my father at a young age. You know what I mean? So now it's like you just take those tools and apply them to your life. Yeah,
if you had good moments with them and stuff like that, great memories. Yeah. But I guess like one of the hard things for me is just like, I'm new with the comedy career. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of opportunities, and I don't know what, when you get that defining moment, that special moment in your career. it's like, dang, I wish he was here. You know what I'm saying? Just like he's seen me, you know, like go through the beginning stages, but like he never seen like good, you know, like the actual fruits of the stuff I was struggling with. So that's like a hard part, man. So I could definitely, you know, like
listen, I get it.
Yeah.
I remember my dad last show. He came to me at the Improv. He's like, oh, you funny, you know. I was like, oh, I appreciate it. Like he never saw like, you know, funniest wins, but you know, he's a reflection of you. So anytime you step on stage and stuff, it's like, you know, he there with you. Yeah. It's cliche. That's the one thing. When your dad passed, everybody want to come up to you with these cliche sayings, and they don't help. Okay, I understand they true, but don't nobody want to hear it right now. I miss my dad. Well, you know, he's watching down on you. Get out my face.
This thing I hate.
Absent in the body, president. Get out my face.
And then you get this. If there's anything.
Yeah, anything. You be emotional. Well, bring back my father.
Bring back my daddy.
Bring back my father. How about that? I was so emotional. I was crying. I'm gonna tell my mama, I want to be buried next to my father. She's like, boy, shut up. Your dad was in the military. I'm the only one that could be buried next to him.
Oh man! All right, well that's
You know, it's crazy. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Whenever you find somebody whose dad's died too, it's a connection. You're like, oh, you know what I'm going through.
Especially when you're going,
exactly.
Let's turn it on a lighter note.
No, let's keep talking about dads. No.
You said the dads?
Dads.
Oh, I was like, oh,
no,
Jesus.
No, not at all.
I was like, oh, man, we just
crazy.
kicked in fifth gear the wrong way.
Seance.
Right. Never gonna go real light.
Bring out the Ouija board.
Talk about something they got nothing to do with comedy, man. Are you a fan of roller coasters? Do you do amusement parks?
I used to, but no, I'm 6'4", so that just being jammed up. And listen, I'm from Texas. The Texas Giant used to always have problems. Like,
what
is that?
It used to be the fastest roller coaster, like 99.
It used to be
in the world. Right.
That's how they was advertising it. I don't really know how accurate it was, but every time I go to the park.
So it's just like Weezy saying he's the greatest rapper alive. That's
Wiz said that.
Weezy.
Oh, well, I mean, he's good.
He's a good freestyle.
He's a good rapper.
The greatest rapper alive. I mean, he's not roller coaster fast like the great fast.
I like Lil Wayne.
He's entertaining. He's entertaining. Like if I buy a Lil Wayne album, it's because I had extra money, and it's not for his lyrical content. It's because I want to be entertained by rap.
That dude can spit.
Listen, you gotta listen. I listen to Wayne for different reasons, right? Mm-hmm. Like old Wayne, I like him hot. The ones that don't tell me to stop.
Old Wayne,
with Lil Wayne. Yeah.
I got you.
Older like versions of Wayne, but if you listen to Gossip. Mm-hmm. Gossip, one of my favorite Lil Wayne songs ever. Listen to Gossip by Lil Wayne.
I don't even know it. I gotta check that out.
They sleeping on it like in his jam. That song will motivate you. That song Gossip is dope.
So check that out.
All right, so what are you about to say about the roller coaster? Yeah.
Because they be breaking down, and then a woman, you know, she got thrown from a roller coaster. You know what I mean? I don't do roller coasters. Let's just do that. I don't do them no more.
Well, people get in car accidents and airplane accidents. Accidents, but airplane crashes.
Yeah, but I can control that. I can control my
You can control
car.
the airplane?
My car crashing, I pretty much got control of it.
He's a producer / pilot.
But I can talk to the pilot, hey, take us down 200 levels. No, I'm joking. I don't do roller coasters no more.
Okay. After the success you've had so far in your career, are you still willing to do open mics? Do you still do that stuff?
I still do open mics, yeah. I think it's silly when people say I don't do open mics. It's a stage. I like to record myself, so I like to go to open mics with thoughts, write down some stuff, and then go listen to it. All the time, I still do open. But them be my spots for the day. You know what I mean? I might be booked on like Friday and be like, where you at? You didn't want to see where I'm at. Well, I'm at the Starbucks off San Fernando.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting it in.
Those are the special gigs, man.
Yeah, I just want to hear it, and then, you know.
The ones you don't announce.
You start the open mic, you know what I mean? Do the open mic, and then that same night you go do a real show, and you just building on what you started from the beginning.
And you're in LA now, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can get up a lot up there, I'm assuming. How was like the get up time up there? You know,
it's good.
How often are you up on stage? How often do you get on stage a week if you're not traveling?
I try to get on stage every day, but
you're doing other things. You produce and stuff, right? So.
Yeah, I sometimes when I'm not. Sometimes like I'll produce from like that. That's the one thing about like I was doing a show called Breakdown on Bounce, right? Mm-hmm. And we produced from September to February. But it was just me. It's really like me and another producer, an executive producer, in the room creating a show. And you're there from like 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. Mm-hmm. And you don't get to do stand-up. And that was the one thing I was like, oh, I can't do this for the next go-around. I just got to, because I don't get to get on stage. So you writing all these thoughts down, but you ain't got nowhere to tell them. You know what I mean?
All right, I got one thing.
That's cool.
It just reminded me, the first time I seen you, like the first time I was introduced to Sidney Castillo was I was watching Prank My Mom.
Yeah. I had fun on that show.
And then it's just something I was just like, yo, that dude is funny. And I'm not trying to, no homo like that, but it's just like when I first started liking you, that's what I said. When I first started liking you,
I started crying and my heart got melting. You were so funny
in my
sitting there.
spirit. You know what I'm saying? Little one tear for my eyeball. No, but I was like, yo, this dude is a good actor. Like, he actually is selling stuff, and I was like, he stands out on this show. Like, that dude is the funny one right there. Like, Sydney, that dude is killing it. And like, I was always looking for your episode. Yo, that dude Sydney's on there. Like, those are the good pranks right there with that dude. And then that's when I found, oh, he does stand up too. Oh, this dude is funny.
A lot of people didn't know that.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't know I had been doing stand up for years, and they saw me in promo like, oh, you tell jokes? I'm like, yeah, I got this job.
That's when I first seen you, man. I was just like, yo, this dude is killing it.
I appreciate it.
So,
Hey,
yeah.
listen, shout out to Brittany Furlan. We had done like 3 hidden camera shows together. Prank My Mom. She was the white girl on Prank My Mom.
Okay.
All the episodes now. She's the biggest viner in the world.
That's the one what was it? You kissed her or something? They were going to get married. Was that the one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, yeah,
her
yeah.
right there.
All
That's
right.
my homie. But that show was fun. Yeah, that show was fun. This woman slapped me on that show. Never forget that. My mama don't know it's TV. Like, she know it's TV, but she's still my mama. So one episode on that show, this woman's like, "You not gonna marry my daughter?" I was like, "I am gonna marry your daughter." And she threw water on me once, and then she threw water on me again. Now I was pissed because I was mic'd, so I was like, "Hey, you finna kill me?" You know what I mean? Yeah, we need to reveal. You know what I mean? Because they in your ear like, "Amp it up, ramp it up, ramp it up." I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "Ramp it up!" Like, she's wetting me. I have audio equipment on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my mom didn't like that shit.
I don't think you can just get it from battery power stuff, can you?
I didn't know.
I don't. Okay, yeah, I don't think
I just
so.
know you
yeah.
throw water on me, and I got electrical stuff. I was like, can I get
So
electrical?
you know how many 9-volt batteries I've licked?
What?
That's very stupid.
Why are you doing that?
I mean, why not?
That's
It's
stupid.
there. You know
There's
what I'm
so
saying?
many reasons not to put a battery in your mouth.
I didn't say I put it in my mouth. I
You said,
licked it.
Why are you licking it?
I mean, I don't do it
No
now.
homo.
I mean, I don't do it now, but
No,
I'm
let's
not
get
gonna lie.
into
You know, so I probably did it probably a couple months ago. I put a 9-volt.
Why would you do that?
First,
What did it do?
Wait, what?
I don't know. I think I wanted to see if the battery.
You got a
was
cigarette?
live.
No, you got 9-volt battery on you?
Yo, I got some 9-volts. I wanted to see if the battery was live, so I just kind of.
If the battery was live.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the only way you could test it.
I didn't have. Yeah.
You from the country. I could tell.
No, I'm from White Plains, New York. I'm from New York, and that's how we test batteries in White Plains.
I don't think so.
But you put them in the freezer.
No, that's to conserve them.
Oh, and then you lick them
Yeah.
to make sure that if they still work.
There you go.
And if you get it works.
It does. And depending on how strong you can tell, it has
Comedian
a good charge.
slash battery.
Corey, don't you
licker.
ever don't show your kids this trick.
You should see how I check my car battery.
Hilarious.
That's trifling. All right, but we're gonna waste up, take up too much more of your time. Mr.
No, let's
Sidney.
have fun, man. Just go. Don't worry about it. Just have fun.
Okay. Well, I like that.
Some water.
Thank you.
If you're able to admit it,
I'm gonna get some water.
what was the worst mistake you've made as a comic or comedian? Well, I want you to just name it all of them. Like if you can just say one of them.
Worst mistake I made
Let's
was
do this, write
not
them down.
doing my time, like all my time. I had never got booed before, and I got booed in Miami. I got booed in Miami one time, and I was supposed to do 30 minutes.
Were you wearing a Dallas Cowboy shirt?
No.
Because they should have booed you.
It was unprofessional. 'Cause, like, at the time, I had never been booed. This dude said, boo. I was like, whatever. And he was like, take that back to California. I was like, whatever. He said, you heard me. And everybody kept booing. Right? And I was like, and I could have got out of it, but I was like, it was like 5 years ago. And I just kind of like,
Is it before you told Tony Rock you was funny?
yeah. No. This was like, I had been on the road with Tony maybe not even that long. Because
Okay.
I remember after that show, they didn't want to pay me. Like, they were just like, they didn't want to pay me because he didn't do all his time. And so I called Tony after the club. I said, after the night, I was like, I'm outside. I was like, yo, Tony. He's like, what's up, yo? I was like, I just got booed, man. They booed me. I thought this is like my big brother. And he's going to be like, don't worry about it. Right? He started dying laughing. He's like, ah! Right? He tweeted, somebody just got booed in Miami. I don't want to say his name, but he opened for me. I was so pissed. But that was the worst mistake because I still should have did my time. Like, if you watch Bill Burr in Philly on YouTube, like, he's
Okay.
getting booed for like 10 minutes. He
Oh,
does his
yeah.
time. It's classic.
But he kills it, though.
Exactly. So I still
You a
should
big
have.
Bill Burr fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I felt like, looking back, I wish I still did my time and just sat in that boo.
Take
Okay.
your time, son.
Yeah.
You want to try to get into some topics? Is that the rest of these questions? Or?
Yeah, we could do it.
I like these questions, man.
Oh, you like this question? All right, we can stay here then.
Just rock them. I'll get the topics right quick.
All right. If there were to be a biopic done on your life and career, who can you think of you want to be as an actor
Tyler Perry.
to play it?
To play me?
Yeah, or would you rather do like a documentary?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, usually when people
He does look like Tyler Perry. He gets that all the time. He does. I know he does.
Antoine Walker. I had a flight attendant wake me up. We was on Southwest Airlines. I promise, she woke me up. This white lady. She said, "Excuse me, I was asleep. I hate to do this, but me and the other flight attendant were just asking. We're talking about you. Are you Tyler Perry?" I said, "No." And then this black dude behind me was dying laughing because he heard it. He goes, "Hey, dog." He goes, "You can't even get mad. That's funny because you look like him." All right, man. What up? I don't know who could play me. I don't know. It's not like people that's like Will Smith. Boom. Or
you would want him to play you.
Boom. No, you know who would play me? I can't. Man name. This is sad. I know this dude. I ain't come back to that.
You must not know him that well.
I do. I got his face and everything.
You got his face. I got his face in my bag and everything, yo. Cause that's how I get down.
This is so embarrassing.
It's actually my brother. I just can't.
No. This is sleepiness talking.
We did a show yesterday. He's whispering the curse words because he can't say it on the podcast. Sydney is funny. By the way, that's a plug. Sydney is funny. That's how you follow him.
Boom. On Twitter and the website. Shoot. No, we gonna do this. What's the guy's name?
What does he do? I mean,
he's an actor. He's a comedian.
He's an actor comedian. That narrows it down.
It's you.
It's you. Sydney will play himself. He's not narcissistic at all.
That's the most humblest answer ever.
You know what? I'm going to play me.
I forgot his name. He's an actor. He's a comedian.
He was on Break My Mom.
He's a pilot. He got booed in Florida.
The black guy in all the Judd Apatow movies. This is so embarrassing. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, wait, what was it? He's on what?
The black dude in the Judd Apatow movies.
The Judd Apatow?
The Judd Apatow movies, the black dude.
What movies?
Excuse me, guys. I know I'm not supposed to speak until we get to the off-the-pad topics, but no one understands you. So for clarity, the producer's name is Judd Apatow.
Him.
Man, we're going to be here until September.
Yes.
20th. He plays piano.
Yes. He had a pilot last year.
Chris Ferguson?
No, it's not Chris Ferguson.
Chris, he was in End of the World.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it Chris? I don't know if it's Chris.
Ain't nobody got Google where they can Google who Chris. Actor, comedian, Chris.
Didn't he host Last Comic Standing too, or something like that?
Maybe one season. I don't know. But he used to be on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Please wait while I find your answer. The actor's name is Craig Robinson.
There we go. Thanks, Jazz. Thanks.
Appreciate you, Jazz.
Yeah. You like that, don't you?
I do. That was dope.
That's pretty dope.
Sexy sounding lady.
Yeah, she knows everything. It's like a woman.
All right.
So you say Craig Robinson will play you?
I think he's funny. I just think he's hilarious.
Is it because it looks like you? Is that why Craig Robinson?
I just think he's funny as heck, and he does comedy, and he's big like me.
All right, that's what's up.
Not big like as in like he's way bigger than me. I'm talking about
pause.
You got a regular body.
Yeah, there is.
Well, hold up. Well. Nah, that's a big pause. You have to. Is that online where they can check that out?
Yeah,
Regular body.
Regular body. Look at Regular Body.
The music video.
Christina Pazinski.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that was an inside thing.
His body at all.
Right. I was like, what? What am I missing? But okay. All right, we good on Craig. All right, perfect. So back to a more comedy question. Is there something you can suggest to up-and-coming comedians who think they got the funnies? I don't know why that question is written like that.
Think they got the funnies?
The funnies. Yeah, I think they got jokes. Sweet.
Just get on stage. A lot of people be trying to shortcut things. You just got to get on stage all the time. All the time. Just get on stage. People are like, well, what if get on stage? Even if you make little cute videos on Instagram, that's not doing stand-up comedy. Mm-hmm. It's funny, but you got to get on stage if you want to be a comedian. So, like, I would just say get on stage and stop trying to figure out how to be successful. Like, here's the thing. I feel like a lot of young comics come up to me and be like, not come up to me like a lot of young comics talk to me like, oh, advice. But they always try to figure out, you know what Kevin did? Is Kevin got a group of people, and then he did it, and what we should do is just go get on stage. Okay. Because that's what Kevin did. Mm-hmm. He got on stage all the time. Yeah. So just go get on stage.
So I've heard that before.
And do a point of view. Have a point of view about something. Because people think if you funny, I'm funny. That funny has like a limit to it to me.
Okay.
Like it's like they're not buying just funny. You feel me? Like, you got to be funny, but have a point of view. Like, what makes you different? Like, what's your story? Anybody can go make something funny, but, like, why are you different? Like, you watch my set, I feel like I want you to take away, oh, this dude's from Texas, he from the suburbs, old dad, young mom, moved to California, adjusting to that life. Here's his point of view on women. Boom. You know what I mean? And all the other stuff. Like, have a point of view versus being like, hey, all right, man, okay, man, where my, whose birthday's in the room? Like,
That's a good point. Man, I like that.
because if you look at some of your favorite comedians, or like, let's say over time, they all have a point of view to me. And then, like, some people you could tell they funny. Like, how come nothing happened with them? Like, this dude is funny. But if you analyze it, because he's not talking about nothing.
Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's just funny.
Yeah, and honestly too, like, if you ever watched Sidney Castillo's set, you pretty much know about Sidney after the set is over.
You feel like you know me a little bit.
You know where he came from. You get a kick with him after the show because, like, you know how to get down with him.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to relate to this dude, man.
Don't just run up on him and just try to kick it with him. But,
Yeah.
but you'll feel like you could.
Yeah.
But you'll learn that.
People don't believe in me. People like, man, you ain't from the suburbs. Like, yeah, I am. All suburb dudes don't look corny with bow ties.
Yeah, they don't all look like me.
Yeah.
Word. All right. I lost my place. We good on that.
You still there, I see you.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. It's
No problem.
33 degrees north latitude. I don't even know if it's latitude or longitude. Oh, here we go. Before comedy, what kind of jobs did you have?
I was a model. No joke. Man,
Or a pilot.
I did like this. I played basketball like for junior college for like a year, and then I was like, I'm not going pro. I'm paying to go here. And then I got into acting at 19, like trying to act. So I waited tables. I've waited tables. I worked at like a call center.
But you in Texas? All right,
I was in
so
Texas.
You waited
so you
tables
was acting in Texas.
I did like a commercial. Like, that's about it. And I did some print work, and that was it. And then I moved to California.
That's about what Texas offers.
Yeah, right. But they have like bigger roles in Austin for like side movies. But I just wanted to move to California. Like, I'm moving. But waiting tables, I was waiting tables for years. Bartending in the kitchen, like expediting food. Like, I still think about that. I know it's not corny. I know it's gonna sound corny. But I remember when I stopped working. I stopped working February 6, 2009, right? So I got my first writing gig, and I remember telling this dude named David Madrano, right? I was like, "Yo, I'm quitting." He's like, "Nah, you'll be back. They all come back." He said it straight up. He was so serious. And he walked off. I was like, He probably doesn't remember that, but it fueled me, David. It fueled me. That's why I was crying on Funniest Wins. Like, if David could see this,
I'm gonna email this tape to him. Sorry. So, like, how long have you been doing comedy?
10 years in February.
So you've been doing comedy 10 years. So, like, how long did it take for you to get something?
Well, you mean like what? Like on like?
Well, even like on Prank My Mom. Was that before you started on the road? Like, when did you start on the road?
Yeah, I'd been on the road before then.
Okay.
My first TV thing was Bad Boys of Comedy in 2007.
All right.
Yeah, like that was weird. Like, not weird. It was just like crazy. Like,
Okay.
I've been doing comedy not that long, and they found me on MySpace.
Wow. They found you.
Oh, MySpace.
A casting person was like, "Hey, I remember she was like, "Hey, I'm casting for Bad Boys of Comedy season 2. I looked at some of your clips. Want to know if you were interested in submitting." And I emailed her back, and I was like, I wasn't the best businessman when I first started. I was just a kid from Fort Worth trying to make it, right? And I was like, this ain't funny. I don't know who you are. I was like, so stay off my page. I take comedy seriously.
Delete.
Boom. And I sent it. And she, because of God is good, she sent it back. She goes, no, I'm serious. I'm really the casting person. Can you send me something? And I was like, all right, I'm going to send you this tape. I hope you're not pulling my leg. And I sent her something. And then she was like, you booked a show. And I was like, there's no way I could have booked a show. I just started comedy. Right? So I didn't believe her. I said, when you send me the itinerary, I'll believe you, but thank you. And she sent me the itinerary. I was like, yo, I'm really going to be on TV.
Did you apologize? Did you ever meet the lady?
Yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, it's no problem.
That's some active scouting.
Well,
bro.
actually, we thought you was Tyler Perry.
Yeah. But it took me like, because I would say this too, man, don't try to get on TV too early.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I had probably 10, 12 minutes when I first got on TV. That's it. You know what I mean? So my first, like 2.5, 3 years in, I got, a stand-up thing.
That's a hard thing, too. Like, you say too early, like, because sometimes, you don't know it's too early for you.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I mean, Honestly, I mean,
That's one of those difficult things.
when you
man.
first get started. Like I know I had a couple hours. Like when I first got started, like my first
Right.
week.
Right.
of
I knew I
comedy.
could feature.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, feature, please. I'm ready to
He was
HBO.
headline.
Yeah, because you think, oh, I'm funny.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got it.
Yep.
You get up there, you're like, all right, bet now go do 25 minutes. That's like with paid people
Mm-hmm.
paying in to get in and be funny. You're like, ooh, I got about 10.
Yeah, and
You know what I
the
mean?
thing that got me was when I seen somebody else bomb, and I was like, "Oh my god, like that's a possibility, like that could happen to me." And then it's when it started getting real. And I
Hang
was
with people
like,
that's better than you.
yeah, no, but yeah, I mean when you first get started,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what you do when you first start.
Everybody-
That's what it's like.
everybody's
Hang with people that are better than you. I hang with people that like was working on shows. You know what I mean? I was writing on shows. Like, you know what I mean? Ian introduced me to Dean Edwards, who's on Saturday Night Live. Introduced me to him and Kev. It was cool. Introduced me to Kev. Then I met Tony and Chris. You know, and Spencer. You know what I mean? It was like all these people were like light years ahead of me. So it's like you learn that joke is bad. Or you
But
know
don't be
how to write a
naggy.
joke.
Don't be naggy when you hang with people that's better than you. Don't.
Or
run
just
and
like, you
grab
know what I
his
mean?
T-shirt.
Yeah, don't be
Be
naggy.
cool. Be a cool hangout with them person.
Have writing sessions, like, you know what I mean? Like, we used to go to Starbucks, the 24-hour Starbucks in the Valley, and it'd be like literally 1 o'clock in the morning. We get there and leave at like 5, but we writing jokes.
Did you say $20 Starbucks?
24-hour Starbucks.
I'm about to
No,
say that.
absolutely not.
That was the first Starbucks.
What kind of coffee
Yeah.
do you have? $20.
You get a Cuban with you.
Sid.
Yo.
Think about your favorite joke of your own. We're not going to ask you to tell it, but just picture that in your head. Whatever your favorite joke is, can you say why it's your favorite joke? Is it because it's personal? It's because it's the funniest?
I like it because it's my point of view on how I feel about women. It's like I say it. I love women, you know what I mean? But I say on stage, I feel like your past is like your credit.
Yes.
Your past is like your credit, so you got to be careful what you're doing. You know what I mean? You just charging all this, you know, one night stands and I'm having fun up. And then you're like, okay, now I'm ready to settle down. Like, well, wait a minute. You know what I mean? That has to wear off. I like it because it's like my point of view, and women get it, and women like it. I feel like once I can tell a joke, it's my point of view, and women rock with it.
Okay.
Man, when I say your past is like your credit, that's not even the punchline. I'm just telling you how I feel, and people be like nodding their head, like, That's the best when people are like, okay, all right. I said, where you going with this? Okay, you right? Okay, where you
with
going?
you. I'm
It's like a
with
good pastor. Okay, pastor. Okay,
Tell it. He preaching.
First topic today is my future. Ha ha. Sorry, I meant robotic future.
You mean like, what does she mean? But she mean like iRobot?
Yeah, I
Like-
don't know.
like
I hope it's not a warning. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's gonna
Right.
take over the podcast, and
Yeah.
you know,
This is real
take
life
over the earth.
Transformers? Is she?
robotic future. I hope we don't have a robotic future.
I think it's coming.
I hope not.
Think so?
hope-
I don't want to see no
not for
cyborgs.
like another maybe 100 years.
No, I doubt that.
I hope so.
I doubt that because if 100 years, you know how far we progressed in technology just the last 10 years. In 20 years, you know what I'm saying? It's just like iPods and cell phones. Think about when
my cell
first
phone
came out.
died, and I get mad, or if it's a glitch, I get mad, and I don't trust humans like that. So now you got a robot that you want me to depend on? Absolutely not.
It's coming.
It's gonna have robotic pastors.
That'd be scary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
can probably read through the Bible faster than than a human.
Nah, man, I'll take humans over robots all day long.
I was just listening. I think it was NPR, and they actually had this. What they're doing, they're trying to clone minds onto hard drives.
They got
who?
They got movies about that.
Yeah.
Clone who?
Clone your mind onto a hard drive, so it's like a robotic version of
Of you.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like and the application he gave was there's so much to experience in life. Like if you don't have time to read a book, you get your robot clone to do it.
How lazy? How lazy is that?
Yeah, hold on. You know what though? I'm feeling
That's
that.
not bad.
I'm feeling
That's
that
not bad.
because if I
No.
could get information without having to go through it, I wish I could download how
Y'all
to speak
not
another
thinking of the
language.
side effects. You come home, where was you at? I was with Corey. No, that's crazy because I was talking to your robotic mind, and he says you wasn't there. He says you actually got issues with me. Like, what are you talking about? It's your mind, so he lying? It's just a clone of you. I'm like, no, I can't.
So
Boy, he should have been lying too. if
That's
he
when
was
you pull
a
out the
clone of
gun and shoot the and shoot the rock. You just hurting yourself.
So you scared? You scared of getting caught cheating? like maybe you shouldn't have been out doing nothing bad.
How did it come to that?
I just
Because
jokes. Just jokes.
I gotta protect my relationship. Okay, that'll never happen. If she asks me where I am, me and my robotic mind are gonna say the same thing.
Which
I
is
ain't doing
good.
nothing
Which
wrong.
you should. I don't condone cheating. I don't want to have an extra argument because you talk to my robotic mind. You know what I mean? He's like, ugh.
I would love to download information immediately from what was that on Matrix?
Yeah, did that on Matrix.
I would love it. I would speak 37 languages. I would know
That'd be
everything.
awesome. That'd be
right.
super
That'd be
No.
super cool.
You're cheating.
It's not cheating.
You're downloading data. Does that sound?
Are you
You're
ma-
downloading
Well,
data to
it's
your mind.
not cheating if it's permissible.
Right, Corey, but it's something in learning. It's something in
You
learning.
learn how to download.
Because right now, it was just like what the problem is now. Now kids' attention spans are gone 6-second videos or boom, everything is like technology, boom. So they don't learn nothing. It's like
But that's
researching something, learning something is like
Well-
versus just downloading, boom, now I know it.
Well, hold up. But there's a difference.
No
If the
appreciation,
problem-
Corey.
So the problem is either learning or the process of learning. So who cares if it takes me 6 years to learn something and I learned it, or if it takes me
You just said learn.
download.
So you said learn. See?
And that's why he needs that
That's why I need
robotic.
that program. I need the English.
But see, here's the
app.
thing. I feel like this, right? Let's just say school, right?
Okay.
It presents a
Hate
structure.
that place.
Right. But it still presents a structure,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you still got to go through different levels, and you attain different, grades, different things you learn. You get to graduate high school, now you want to go to college. Boom, boom. But you learn as a person, you learn yourself, you learn all these things versus just downloading the data and now you know everything.
But that wasn't for school. Like, school is an institution of learning. It wasn't really about getting friends and stuff like that.
no, but it still taught you how to work with other people. It still taught you how
What
to
if you
do
was
it.
homeschooled?
Well, then that's where the crazy people are.
Homeschooled.
Let's
They don't get those same.
Well, let's do it like this though.
But they get the same education.
See, people were being taught verbally at first. Then they started writing stuff, right? So that's a bump in technology. So then people be reading.
It's not a bump in technology.
People are being
to start
taught.
writing stuff. People were writing
People
stuff
are being taught.
way back in the day.
People are being
Okay.
taught now by books, but then check it. But then they started doing audio books. Then they started doing videos, and
But
now
you're still
people are
reading.
learning through listening through audio books or by viewing video. The next step is to skip all of that and just push it into your brain.
You know what?
I agree.
I'm moving.
I agree.
It's evolution. We're watching this evolutionary process as it happens.
You're becoming a robot. If you just want to go, now I know it.
What?
It's something in learning it.
No, but here's
I
the
only
thing.
want to do that with IKEA furniture. I want to download how to build it real quick. And I just build it in 10 seconds.
That's exactly when it falls apart.
That's the only time I think it's cool.
Well, that's the only place where it wouldn't work. Like putting together an IKEA, you'd have to read that. There's no shortcut to
No,
that.
but I disagree. I think like once you actually learn something, you know how to do it. So it doesn't matter how long it took
So
you
how
to
you
do
going
it.
to teach me how to do it?
I tell you to copy this link.
I'm gonna tell you to plug in.
Copy
How
this
am I
link.
learning anything? It's all just download. That's
But
wrong
where's
with
your-
kids
But
now,
you have
Corey.
the end result.
This
the
is
end
wrong with
result-
kids now, Corey.
Where's your memory card?
Wrong with kids now is I don't know, but
Maybe if I don't know, man.
Do you have kids, Sydney?
so here it is. This is it.
I
All right.
care about kids in the future.
So say you got to learn something to complete a project, right?
Right.
The sooner you learn it, the faster you can complete that project and do other things.
But as you're
it
learning,
frees
you're
up
still.
your time. It frees up your time. It frees up the time.
No, I disagree.
I didn't have a
It
daddy to
doesn't
teach
make
me.
any sense. It doesn't make
I don't
any
know what to
sense.
tell you.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. That's why things go faster. You know what I'm saying? Like there are people. So you prefer riding a car? Prefer riding a horse than riding an airplane to a gig?
That's not the same.
It's
Exactly the same
thing.
thing. Because
It's
next we're going
not.
to be able to teleport. That's the next step.
Teleporting is
No,
next.
we're-
I'm not going to teleport. I'm not
Oh
gonna
no! Why
I'll
not?
teleport.
Why not? You could get there in a drop of a second. Why
but
not teleport?
I might lose some molecules.
Oh, crazy! Isn't that crazy? Downloading stuff to your head. Isn't that crazy? I'll just keep being old school and reading books and researching. I'll do that.
I'm gonna do all of it. I want to teleport. I want to download.
If I had kids and I caught them downloading information, yeah, Dad, yeah, no, man,
There's probably nothing you could do. Who knows how much they would have downloaded? They'd probably be smarter than you by like 30 times.
It'd be a whole
Which would
bunch
be a
of
bad
gang,
thing, by the way.
a whole bunch of gang members download the law. They just put, hey, homie, I already know my rights. I already know my rights, homie. You
can't do that,
I
homie.
downloaded it. It actually says Under Law 12,
Chapter 2.
you have to have sufficient amount of evidence for me to get out this car. So unless you can provide me,
I'm under arrest. I am my lawyer,
I am
homie.
a lawyer.
I'm gonna represent myself from court, homie.
That's the joke when you start downloading information. You choose to have a lawyer? Absolutely not. I downloaded the app yesterday, Your Honor, and I like to approach the bench.
Who wants that bit though? At that time we do it.
I would love it.
All
If-
right.
I mean,
you want it?
You got it, brother.
So you got it from off the pad.
Boom.
you
And
go.
this bit is going to grow because this is how I feel. I'm
Yeah,
passionate
yeah.
about it. I'm not down with that downloading stuff. Get out of here.
The next topic is fake or plastic fruits.
Useless, collect dust. Old people do it.
I'm a fan. Just because I'm gonna relate that to the fact that I don't like bugs. I hate bugs. Like so, when I get my house, when me and my girl get our house together.
You love this girl, man.
I love this girl, man.
All he talks about, we could be like, man, the Cowboys, man, I hope they score a touchdown. My girl actually scored a touchdown in the kitchen because she was cooking. I was like, babe, like, but it's like, yo, you got a good relationship. I need your kind
And
of
the
love.
thing is, he just met Jaye. You just met Jaye
I
this
just
week,
listened.
and he picked up that already.
I listen. It don't matter. We was listening to Waka Flock in the club. Waka, I go hard. He's like, man, my girl goes hard for me. That's why we still together because she's so loyal.
I know she's smiling right now. Listen to the podcast.
Right? And we were I would never cheat, Sydney. I'm not talking about cheating. Well, you shouldn't
You're
if you
a
was
dirty
thinking about
dog.
it.
You need to find somebody that you can love and loves you so you won't have to cheat.
Y'all
Like
can-
me and Michelle,
Y'all
we have
can be
something special.
jealous.
He
Y'all
bought
can be
2 beers
jealous.
yesterday. He said I bought a beer for me in case she shows up. This is beers for her. Just in case, because if she knows the love I have for her, she would just show up. She would come by.
Y'all mean, man.
Hey, if she's listening,
Yo.
he loves you.
Y'all leave
He's
me and my
loyal.
hey man, with all these words, with all these with all these words, you leave how I feel about my girl
Nah,
between me
you
and
love
her.
it.
You always
Brought it
bring it
to
up.
my
You
house.
brought it up. You brought it up. You brought it up.
I brought up about us getting the house.
Who
That
talks
big-
about
who
that?
talks
Who
about
said
that
we was talking about
randomly?
plastic fruit?
We not gonna.
You and the girl that's talking about getting a house.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna get there. It's gonna
Because
get
me and my
there.
girl buying a house. Are we in love? I don't know, but I just want to do all the things the right way. Which is, I love you, babe. If you're listening to this podcast, I'll be home as soon as I said I was. I wish we could Skype in so you could watch us.
Hey, y'all some bastards. No, man. But my thing about bugs, man. That's why I don't want to have like real plants and real. I don't want to have like a garden and all that stuff in front of the house because I don't want no bugs to come by. So we're gonna have fake plants and fake vegetation, fake fruit and all that, so that no bugs come around.
So yeah,
That's what I was talking about with fake fruit.
They're gonna have no nutrition at all. That's a-
Not around the house.
You can't escape
No
flies.
nutrition around
you
the
can't
house?
You can't escape insects. They coming for you.
Yeah, but
summertime,
I can,
they coming.
But I can minimize it. I don't have to add to it by having like beautiful little flowers and having like 1,000 bumblebees or whatever. I hate bumblebees.
But bumblebees don't. But you should have like a
Bumblebees
plant, a
sting.
plant, oxygen.
Bumblebees sting.
They stink.
in your house.
Sting.
though?
They sting.
yeah.
Sting. They.
Well, no one likes bumblebees, but like,
I don't mind bumblebees. I never got stung with bumblebee. I never had a bumblebee problem.
I've never.
but
got
you've
stung
never seen
either.
a bumblebee like I'm gonna keep walking that way.
Yeah, if I had to go that direction, I never like changed my path. A wasp, I was trying my path pick up a wasp. They look more threatening than a bumblebee.
I will absolutely turn
a
around.
bumblebee is so gangster. When it stings you, it dies afterwards.
Well,
And it knows that.
I'm hoping that this bumblebee
The
has
honeybees,
steps that
actually.
they have to
That's only the
accomplish in their
honeybees?
life,
Yeah.
so
Boom.
that they won't sting me. That's what I'm banking on. That
You
he
doing
has
what?
so much stuff that he has going on in life, he's not going to sting me. Because think about it. I mean, that would actually be a good crime deterrent. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know you're going to hurt somebody, you're going to die. Like, would you do it? That'll limit a lot of crime.
Yeah, you're right. That'd be funny. Yeah, if you hurt me, you die afterwards.
Yeah.
There'd be some crazy people. I don't care. I don't care. I know I'm going after I do this to you. I don't care. I downloaded my rights and I know I could be cremated and my family will be taken care of.
I just want to hurt you.
I just want to hurt.
What else about fake fruits, man? Who came up with this question?
Somebody
I don't really like fake
that.
fruits. Back to that. It's not good to download stuff if people going to use it for evil.
But it's not good to have anything people can use for evil.
Right, but if you you're downloading education and information on how to use it for evil, it's not going to be good. You can have a 7-year-old know how to make a gun.
7-year-olds already know how to
Well,
make guns.
I still
Make guns,
think-
make equipment, make all this stuff because they can download it. It's not good, bro.
Well, no, I think they'll regulate stuff that you could download.
Like they regulate what? Like they regulate guns in the hood?
Yeah, they send them there.
It's gonna be a hood dude that's got to order down. Like, hey, homie, come on, I got you. You trying to get that down?
No, but you know what? If you was able to do information, there probably wouldn't be any more hoods. If you was able to download any information
Corey,
that you
we
want.
need a part 2 to this. I need a part 2. Next time I come back here,
I
we
really
can talk
do
about
think
this.
that.
again.
And just imagine how much you could actually find plastic fruit if you was able to download where to get plastic fruit.
You could
You
Google
would've
that
answered your
now.
own
You could
question.
Google that now.
But you have to find a computer.
Phone.
All right, well, maybe I didn't win that argument.
Corey knows when to bow.
Yeah.
Our next topic: overdressed versus underdressed.
Yes.
I'm always underdressed, and I like it that way.
I hate when big women are underdressed.
You hate when big women are underdressed.
I don't even think there should be like a regular dress for. They should always be overdressed. I know that sounds mean and shallow, but
That's the guy who's in love over here.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
my girl's not big.
Well, hold on.
I'm
Whoa,
saying
whoa,
it's about
now.
women.
But if she was big, would you still love her?
Absolutely not. If she
Hold on, you say not?
no. Look, we have this thing, and that's why I like her so much, because she takes care of her body. She goes to the gym almost every day. She does yoga. She's fit. She used to be a runner.
Does she know if she slips that she's out of here?
No. So here's the thing. If something happens that she can't control, then I'm still with her.
Like how good this ice cream tastes. I can't control it. It tastes so good.
No.
I just want to
So here you go. What if y'all are gonna love and y'all get a house, y'all get married, and you have a baby, right?
Right.
And you get so blessed. God said, "I'm gonna give you twins," and she gains weight.
Sure. You mean while she's pregnant?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what pregnancy. Yeah, I understand how
boom.
pregnancy works.
Then afterwards, the weight don't really come off.
That's unacceptable. That won't happen.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do.
We already know that. See,
We're gonna
we already know
remember this podcast.
that. Yeah, we're gonna remember it. Mark it down.
So like 10 years from now, man, I'm about to leave Michelle. She just got to bed. Hold on, brother. Let's go back and listen to the podcast.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
I ain't say that.
No, after she has kids, she will return to her slim size.
It's like against her will. It's not like you have a plan.
You got aggressive. She will return to her.
You hit the desk and everything.
She will. I tell you what she gonna do.
She
is get on
will.
that treadmill. That's what she gonna do.
Absolutely, and if it takes me to help out, I'll do all the exercises I need with her.
Oh,
We can do it together.
I agree. That's what's up, man.
But if there's like an accident, if she gets like, I don't know, ulcer or something that or whatever
Heaven forbid.
makes her,
Heaven forbid.
I don't know, whatever to make
It's
her
like the
big.
least accident ever. It's just like, what if there's an outrageous accident and she got an ulcer? She was in a car accident and a truck hit her and she had an ulcer.
Then I forgive her.
I mean, so what if she was in a car accident, truck hit her, and then she was fat?
She came home 30 pounds heavy. Like, you better have an ulcer in you. That's the only way this is acceptable.
That's going to be an excuse for a lot of big women now. You know I got an ulcer.
No, you don't. Like that, you don't have ulcers in your arms. But underdressed, overdressed. I'll get off a girl.
Overdressed, underdressed.
Well, now I understand. I'm understanding overdressed and underdressed. I was thinking like underdressed, like not enough clothes. Overdressed, too many clothes. That's what I was getting at.
Well,
but, but now
I was thinking more like formal, informal kind of thing. You know,
That's why, like, when I go on a date with a young lady, like, I need her to know, like, let's just go have some fun. He ain't got it. I want you to look nice, but for the first date, like, if we going somewhere, like, I'm just a jeans and a hoodie type dude. And, like, sometimes they be coming, like, heels. She look bad, she's, like, great. And I'd be like, let me go change. Like, all I got on is this button down and just these jeans. And you look like we're going to the Academy Awards.
if I had my choice, I would wear a black suit and tie, like, all the time, 24/7. That'd be my
Just
daily
rent
outfit. No, I have one. I don't have to
Boom.
rent it.
You should do it all the
not
time.
poor.
I got money.
Just rent you a necktie. Rent a necktie? That was a hard time. So, but that was my outfit of choice. That way, this is how I want to look. I will always wear a black suit and a necktie. That would be my daily outfit.
I agree. If I could always be cool. I get hot really fast, so I don't like wearing suits because I get hot and I sweat. But if I can just keep temperature control at a decent level, I would always wear a
Baby
suit too.
powder.
I like wearing a suit.
Baby powder. Baby powder breaks down the sweat. Just put it on. Just
On
put it
your
out
head?
there. No.
On
your body, but
I
baby
got you.
powder. You don't sweat a
Baby
smell.
powder?
That's the
I'm
old
a
school.
sweater.
That's the old school. But yeah,
Baby powder. Just trying to tell you what I know. Baby, download it. Boom.
All right. No doubt.
I feel like everybody listening to this was like, baby powder? What's he talking about? But trust me, if you sweat a lot, baby powder.
Okay.
On your chest. Boom, 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 boom. Put the shirt over it. Boom. This got awkward. Okay, what?
I'm trying to think of.
Sydney actually took off his shirt and showed us how he applies
Yeah,
baby
just like
powder.
this. Everybody still listen? Focus, guys.
I was trying to think of a Weezy lyric where he would use baby powder.
Gossip by Lil Wayne. Go listen.
Baby
Gossip
powder.
is one of the best songs by Lil Wayne. To
Okay.
me, it's...
What was that? Oh,
Sorry.
Our special guest.
yeah.
All right, yeah. I got a nice underdress, overdress. Does it depend on where we're going, or if it's underdress or overdress? I hate going to the beach and see people overdress. I hate going to the beach and see like a hot chick with like jeans on and a shirt.
Well, maybe they didn't know they was going to the beach, J.A.
Well, then they should be in their beach wear.
No, maybe they didn't know they was going to the beach, and they ended up at the beach. So that's why they didn't have them on the swimming trunks.
Yeah, John Ye. Quit being mean. Maybe that's what happened.
I feel sorry for
You
Michelle
you
right
guys
now.
are not gonna make me a bad guy.
I feel sorry for
She
Michelle.
can't gain no weight.
She can't
If
go
she
to
bring
the
a
beach.
bug in the house, she gotta go. Is that a flower?
Is that real fruit?
You trying
Are you eating real fruit? You trying to be a healthy woman? Don't you know being healthy draws flies?
Rah, rah. I feel like Johnny get made, beats his chest. Go back to the... You're making me angry. Every day she gets up, he puts a tape measure on her waist. Get over here. So we had fast food yesterday.
Oh, good. I want you to get loose. Relax. Become a part of this show. We're here.
Let's move on to dance techniques, breakdancing, or
Have a
twerking.
good time. Clap your hands. Talk to me. Sing. Just have a great time. Hello, love. It is really our pleasure.
I think that sounds like one of those things, like part of the evolutionary process, just when it comes to dancing. Like we went from verbal education to textbook to audiobook,
To twerking.
but it's like I don't think it followed that path. But yeah, I mean, from breakdancing to electric sliding to whatever other line dance to twerking, and who knows what's going to be next. And next is just going to be straight up just sex in the dance.
That's
That
what
seems
they
like
do
the
down
next step.
on the dance floor, man. Like you watch a lot of any like especially if you got Facebook, just look down your timeline. There's always gonna be some crazy video with some kids doing some kind of crazy dance in the club. Pretty much humping. You know,
I thought you said you saw a whole lot of videos of people that actually having sex on the dance floor.
No,
I thought that's what you were saying. I was like, what? No,
they
that's,
might as well.
Those
they
videos
might
exist.
as well.
That's not on my timeline on my Facebook. I don't know what kind of friends you have on your Facebook, but
They might. I'll tag you in someone.
do not tag me. Like, what
Tag
have we
you
been
and
talking
Michelle.
about? You guys don't get it. But now,
Definitely.
compare
Do you
break
dance
dancing.
at all? Like,
Do I
yeah.
dance?
Do you and Michelle go out dancing?
Sometimes.
All right.
She's not really a club person.
Well, I mean, it don't have to be in club. You
Okay,
can go
right.
to nice places and go dancing.
But,
and I think that's what a lot
No,
of
we don't go
people think.
dancing. She should be working out. You want to go dance? Go dance on a treadmill. Okay? You just keep that body.
But she needs to dance more often. You know what I'm saying?
No, we dance, and she can dance. I can't dance.
Okay.
But I look like I can. Like I
don't even look like you
I
can
got
dance.
a lot of. No, I'm saying when I'm on the dance floor, I give spirit. I give. I give.
I give spirit.
yeah,
Spirit
man.
has nothing to do with rhythm. It's just-
I give spirit.
yeah, I can see him with pom poms and stuff. And just,
You hit him with the eye.
I got spirits.
That's funny.
Spirit fingers.
Oh, shut up. I'm saying I look like I know what I'm doing, and I'm not shy. You know, so I do it boldly and with confidence, and people are like, oh man, this dude can dance, just because I sell it well.
I love dancing.
But Michelle can dance her tail off.
For real. Like,
Yeah.
like for me, like I think a deal breaker is when it comes to me dating a woman is if she can dance or not. If she cannot dance, then it's going to be a tough relationship. Like, you have to be able to dance because I love dancing.
Why? I mean,
Why? Because if we're going to be together, you're going to participate in things that I like doing.
First of all, Corey, you just got upset. You like, why? Why? I tell you why. Because if I like dancing, she going to learn how to get to the beat.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's
so
what I
you-
like doing.
So you couldn't take a girl who's just confident and doesn't mind dancing with you, even though she's a little offbeat. she has to hit it every time. Boom.
As long as she's dancing with me, I'm good. No. I mean, I'll teach her some steps. You know what I'm saying? After a while. But if she doesn't mind dancing, then we're good. I just like to look good on the dance floor. That's all.
Can you dance, Corey?
I could definitely dance. I can go ahead and say cut a rug. I can cut a rug.
Now, when you say dance, you like, what do you mean? Like, I know like dancers, like they do like hip hop dancing
Right.
and videos, like, you know what I mean? Like they go dance. Now, are you just like, oh no, like grown man dancing, I'll spin you out, push you back to me, 2-step, or do you like, yo, shut the
Well, I
club
do
down?
Chicago stepping as well.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
Chicago
in your
stepping.
repertoire.
Yeah. That's in my repertoire. Chicago stepping.
Boom. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you break dance?
Not as long as no other break
We're
dancers
finding
around.
his flaws. We're finding, can you break dance?
If there's no other break dancers around, I can break dance. Until somebody shows up with a break. Oh yeah.
Who's a better dancer?
Can you twerk?
MC Hammer or J-Lo?
Who's a better? Well, I would rather watch J-Lo dance. So I mean, but MC Hammer, I don't know, man.
I'd rather
that's
watch
a good
MC
question.
Hammer.
MC
Probably.
Hammer has some moves, man.
I think I would rather watch J-Lo
Because he's
dance.
funny. Dude, I'd
Rather not,
laugh
she's
at
a good
MC
dancer.
Hammer.
Even if she's not dancing, I would rather watch J-Lo dance. But that made no sense.
She's sexy.
Yeah, she is.
If you're listening to this podcast, J-Lo, I think you're beautiful. I know you're the younger guy.
She's so sexy. Jai says she's sexy.
She is. She's amazing. She's like,
Michelle heard you say that.
yeah, Michelle,
Okay.
she knows about this. She's
Okay,
like,
all right. She knows about your crush for J-Lo.
and Beyonce and Halle. It was Halle Berry first. Like that's why I got into comedy. I want to meet Halle. I want to kiss Halle Berry.
Here's the thing.
If we can make, do you know Halle Berry?
I don't.
All right.
Well, look, pass that word along to everybody you know. I
not seen her
only
in
started
person.
doing comedy for her. I just want to kiss her before I die.
I know we're talking about dancing, but we'll change the topic to whatever. But my crush is Nia Long.
She has nothing on Halle Berry.
Listen,
Nia Long is my crush. But Cindy, before you start talking, I'm gonna just let you know that I have imaginary children with Nia Long.
I have a Nia Long story.
You have a Nia Long story?
Not like that. Not like
Oh,
that.
man.
A fan moment.
Don't
Just a fan
drop.
moment.
Oh, okay. I'm
My
saying-
boy Chris was hosting this online award thing, whatever. And me and my boy James went there. And when we went there, I didn't know he was hosting with her. He goes, "Hey, Sydney, what are you doing?" I was like, I said, "I came to see." He said, "Look down and don't look up till he said, "Look down and don't look up till I tell you to." I was like, all right, bet. And when I walked over there, it was Nia Long, right? And she was like, hey, I literally was dropped I loved her since Fresh Prince.
Man.
And I said, that's what I said, right? And she goes, how you doing, baby? I was like, hi, how you
She
doing?
said, baby.
But in like a nice way, not like I think she wanted me. But and then like 2 weeks later, I met this basketball player that used to play for the Spurs. He was in town. We started chopping it up, like, oh, Chris and Stoops. Oh, we went to the club today. I find out that they started dating and like they're together now. Her current whatever.
I don't think they get together now. Didn't they break up?
Oh, they were light skinned dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were together.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm just wishful thinking. I don't know if anybody knows
They were in a
like
comedy
her
club one
relationship
time.
status.
And I was like, oh, look at them in bliss. And he doesn't even know I used to love her.
That's like Summer June Girl. So like, anybody listen to this podcast and they can
She's
make it happen.
beautiful.
Like just pass the word that Corey Marshall has mad love for Nia Long. Not in like a creepy stalker type of fan way, but,
But
it's
close
a
to
genuine
creepy,
love.
creepy soccer type.
Yeah. And I think she knows it, but she just hasn't met me yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know how you know your love is out there? And she's like looking for somebody.
Right.
And it's just like, it's me. But it's just like,
I just can't get to you yet. But trust me.
Yeah,
don't be
but and that's how I know that love is real. Because the path that my career is taking is just like, yo, like us meeting is inevitable. It's inevitable.
I met your crush. What?
Well, see, I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer.
1 degree less. 1 degree of separation less.
Yeah. Definitely.
Alicia Keys used to be my crush.
Yeah, I can see
She's
that. I can see
beautiful.
that. But no,
Halle Berry.
not over Nia Long.
Yeah, Halle Berry's hot. But I understand what y'all saying. But
There's just so many beautiful women in the world, man.
Michelle's beautiful.
It's so
Michelle's
many
beautiful.
beautiful women in the
Michelle
you know what?
Robinson is beautiful.
What's better than a woman with a beautiful soul on the inside?
Michelle Antoinette Robinson has a beautiful soul on the inside.
We get it. You're in love. Okay? Can the single man talk? Sheesh. Who brought the married guy?
Get him out of here, yo.
Because you got
Nah, well, yo, this is the dope podcast, man. You know,
I appreciate y'all, man.
I
Thank for
appreciate
having
you.
me.
You know, taking time out your busy schedule of partying.
working at the clubs, telling jokes. We celebrated my birthday yesterday because I didn't see Tone on my birthday.
Wait, when is your birthday?
It was up September 5th, actually.
Oh, so you're a Virgo too?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that's what's up, yo.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to you as well.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Michelle's a Virgo.
Ah! Goodness gracious.
August 27th.
I'm going to meet Michelle one day. Say, hey, how you doing? I'm like, we get it. And I'm going to walk off. What's wrong with him? He's rude. It's your boyfriend's. It's him.
This has been Off the Pad. Set with a special guest, Sidney Castillo. Thanks for coming out, brother.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate y'all.
And just be sure, one more time, how can we find you online?
SydneyIsFunny.com. It's my website, and I'm Sydney is Funny across the board. Instagram, Twitter, SYDNEYISFUNNY.
Check it out. I'm Jaya Toller. You can find me on all social media. Just typing in my name. Jaya Toller is on all of that.
How you spell it? How you spell your name?
JAYETOLER.
Also, if you want to find Jay online, just type in Michelle. It'll be right there. This is Corey Marshall. You can find me online at I am Corey Marshall. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, I am Corey Marshall. I'll come up.
Make sure y'all follow the podcast, Off the Pad. That's also on all the social media, just Off the Pad. There you go. If you want to email us anything, offthepadpodcast@gmail.com.
Closing words.
It's going to be real vain. Closing words for young comics. Follow me on Twitter, Sydney is Funny. Instagram, Sydney is Funny. Facebook. Man, listen, man. Closing words, inspiration. Just stay on stage, stay positive, pray, and have a plan. You know what I mean? I feel like you have a plan and write down your goals so you can see them. The first time I really did that this year, and it started happening. I wrote down my goals. I wrote down save $80,000. I wrote down save $40,000. I'm not even lying. I wrote down save $40,000 by December. I wrote this in January. And my homeboy, Drew, said, put $80,000. And I was like, man, you got your mind. He said, just put it so you can see it. Won the show. Boom. You know what I mean? But it was just like visually seeing that stuff that works. Before, it was just like, you kind of think of a vision board, but like writing down specific goals, I want this, and praying about it and just keep working, it works. I kid you not. Boom. There it is.